There is one attitude that most please God in the life of every child of God, and that same attitude will help you to curtail the accessible availability of chance and time with things and people that you are not supposed to give your time and self. That attitude is contentment. You may not know that value and the role that contentment have to play in your life toward having the joy and peace that God has prepared for you. You are in a relationship. You are in a marriage that God has ordained for you. You are with the person that God has brought to your life, but you still find time to give yourself to other people. That is because you have not loved the person that God has brought to you. Your measure of value on that person may not be what God is looking at. You may not have all what you have wanted from that person, but have you forgotten so soon that it has been God that has brought that person to you? So if God brought that person to you, definitely, there is a purpose and there are plans that are greater than what you have seen out there that you do not know. You have to love the person that God has brought to you and stop being available to everyone that comes your way. You do not have to give yourself to everybody. It is not given to everyone to have you. There are restrictions to your involvement in the thing that will attract attentions that are wrong and defiles the respect in your relationship. That your lover needs some level of respect, and if you try to respect your spouse and your relationship, and if you have good value sense for yourself, you will keep your relationship in a secure position by not being available to everybody that comes your way. It is a call and instructions from God to you today that there is a reason it is known as a union of a man and a woman. In the time we are, there are lots of things that the devil is using to upset so many godly and peaceful union. The devil knows the weight and the values that are in the things that you do. The devil knows that it will be a great loss and dangerous to the devil if it allows you to keep the harmony and the morality that you have been enjoying in your relationship. Then he projected into your spirit of you contentment. That will make you not love and get the satisfaction from your spouse. That is when you begin to see the benefit you may get from other people. That is when you may stay, thinking you have the liberty to do whatsoever you want to get yourself happy. That is when the devil will keep ringing it in your mind that you could do anything and still keep it a secret without anybody knowing about it. The sincere show of respect and love from someone is not valued by the things you do when you are with that person, but rather the things you do when that person is not with you and you are alone. 1 Timothy 6:6. And it is, indeed, a source of immense profit for godliness accompanied with contentment, that contentment, which is a sense of inward sufficiency, is great and abundant gain. This is the Spirit of God telling you in this context that you have loved your spouse. It is of you love your spouse that God has brought to you that you will be contented with them, and that person will become your one and only. You do not have to be available for everyone. It is a great disrespect to your relationship. It is a big mess to reckon with, and it is not going to work well with that relationship because it is a sign that the devil is up to destroying your sweet love relationship. The devil is not happy with the way things are going well with you in that relationship. The devil is not happy that you are happy. The devil is not pleased that you are doing the will of the Lord. Hence, he will bring everything to make it go wrong for you. That is the reason the devil has planted that feeling of insatisfaction in your life, so that you will break your commitment to your spouse and make you stop enjoying the peace and the love that you have always had in the past. You have to fight with that strength of love to resist the influence of the devil in your life. Love your spouse with an unending love. Love your spouse that God has brought to you with an unfading love. Let love of God be made known and operational in you, that it will keep you safe and keep the influence of the devil away from your life. It is very good for you to know that when you love your spouse that God has brought to you, you are fulfilling the will of God. You are making God happy with you, and when God is happy with you, it will attract the blessings of God to you. It is the Lord that wants you to live a good life, and not under the destructive influence and manipulation of the devil. The loving spouse that God has brought to you means you trust and believe in God that what you have received the Lord of the best for you. It means you have complete faith in the Lord that God will not lead you into error or anything that is not good for you. Loving the spouse type God has brought to you means you are ready to do the will of the Lord. All this and more are the interpretation that is given to your act of loving the one that God has brought into your life, and it will help you not to be available to everyone that comes around you. Avoid it, keep away from it, and you will keep the love growing in your relationship. It is wisdom to love, and it is foolish to disrespect the things and the person that God has brought to you. Do you not know that? When you love the one that God has brought into your life, you will loving God in your life too. Because it is written, everything that is born of God overcomes the world, because that is the faith that overcomes the world. And when you overlove the person that God has brought to you, you are defiling the emotional systems of the world, and you are overcoming it because the kingdom emotion is working in you. The devil will not have any things to find in you, and if the devil brings anything up, it is written that the Lord Almighty will raise a standard against it. You have to take away some attitude that will bring the devil into your life. You have to abstain from those things that you may do that will bring troubles and problem in your relationship. If you say you love your spouse, if you say you love the one that God has brought to your life, if you say you love God, then you have to stop being available to everyone, because the devil is using that to distract you and bring into your life things and thoughts that you do not need in your life. If you must please God, then you must obey the instructions and the words of the Lord for your life. The words of the Lord for you is that you should love the person that He has brought into your life. Loving the one that God has brought to you means you have accepted God and the will of God for your life. Let godliness be your watchword. Do everything to please God. Those sinners may entice you, but resist them by saying no. A very big no. This is what God is saying you. Those people that are coming to you, trying to entice you into friendship with them, even when you have someone in your life that God has brought to you, are trying to make you sin against the Lord your God. And you know what it means when you sin against God. If you want to avoid this, then the Lord is telling you today to love that person, love that man, love that woman, love that guy, love that young lady that God has brought to your life. This is how you will reap the fruit of love and blessings. This is how you can make God to be pleased with you. And when you are at peace with that you will live a peaceful life. Your life will not know any limitations, and you will access the overflowing and unceasing grace of God to do everything that you want to do. You can do it. Never give thought to that feeling that is telling you that you cannot do it. If you go to God, you will see the possibilities in God to help you to do it, because with your own strength, it will be impossible, but with God, everything is possible. You are getting there, and your love and joy will be full. Rejoice and be glad that God has given you a system to have the fullness of love and make your relationship stable and protected from the works and attacks of the devil. You are free forever. Love is the greatest weapon to resist the devil if you love in the will of God.